quick, leave a like and subscribe in the next 5 seconds if you guys are hyped for the reveal of the Polar Peak monster. Yo, what's going on guys, welcome back to a brand new Fortnite Battle Royale video here on my channel. So in today's video guys, as you can see by the title, we're going to be going over the reveal of this giant monster, how big it will be when it, ultimately comes out of this iceberg or breaks free, and everything along the lines of this developing in terms of a live event build up and what's going to be happening when the live event goes down and when this will be. We've got a ton of things to discuss in today's video, as well as a potential leak or lead to what the monster will look like. So make sure you're sticking around and watching the full thing today, because not many people are going to be going over the details of which I've got to discuss with you guys in this video. Very quickly before we get into any more of the video, I'd just like to quickly say that 60% of my demographic watching the videos that I post aren't subscribed, so if this applies to you, make sure you're hitting the big red button down below, because I'm updating you guys as quickly as possible and as much as possible condensed into one video upon what's going on with this Season 9 live event below Polar Peak. I'm also running a giveaway right now on the channel until June 20th, 2019, being a 2,800 free V-Bucks giveaway. Here's how you guys can enter for a chance to win. All you need to do is leave a like in this video down below, subscribe to the channel with post notifications turned on so you never miss a future upload when I upload whatever I upload, and actively use my code on screen right now and will remain on screen throughout the video's duration in the top left hand corner, code friendly machine. For increased odds and a high chance to win this giveaway on June 20th, 2019, simply make sure you're staying active on the channel, as I give the option for you guys to enter this giveaway on all my videos I post until the giveaway ends. Anyways, with all out of the way now, let's go over a brief recap of everything we know regarding this quote-unquote Catus event that's been found or coded to be named as in the game's files. Firstly, at the end of Season 8, the volcanic eruption occurred during the aftermath of the Nexus event, striking 3 areas. These areas being Retail Row, Tilted Towers, and also Polar Peak. 2 of these locations got makeovers, being now Neo Tilted and Mega Mall replacing Retail Row and Tilted Towers. However, Polar Peak seemed to have this form of entrance below it that many people deemed to be a cave that we may be able to enter. From data miners digging into the files, they found this green area coded, obviously in the code right here, like color coded even in the coding, to be called Catus. From digging into the files even deeper, data miners were able to pull a Catus event and the sounds of which were going to happen upon this event happening. Data miners, after this discovery, found another thing in the game's files indicating a living being trapped under Polar Peak, the Catus Eye, which was later implemented shortly after underneath Polar Peak that follows players around upon going near it. A few days later, upon the discovery of this living being or this living being's eye, we found further files indicating the head textures of this creature. The very latest discovery revealed to us as of right now in the game's files at the time of me recording this video is the fact that we're going to be seeing some very big ice chunks, bigger than the ones we've already seen from the breaths seeping out of the cracks at Polar Peak, basically falling down. Now that we're all up to speed, that's what's going on right now, and it's not going to develop for this monster breaking out anytime in the near future. However, this is a build up toward a big storyline live event. With that said, hopefully that saved you guys some time from clicking or going into any of these fake loop live streams, implying that something is happening right now at Polar Peak. Reflecting back to the statement I just mentioned, everything happening right now is a build up towards a major storyline live event. Well, we typically see one of these every season, and more so progressing into the future, it's got the community involved. The first time we saw a live event developing the storyline or somewhat of a storyline in Fortnite was in Season 4 with the Blast Off rocket launch. All the way back then, players could kill each other and ultimately spoil this one-time showcase or live event seeable for everybody or anybody in the lobby. Fast forwarding all the way until now in Season 8, where we've previously just seen the most recent event, the Nexus event, the voting event anyways, or the Involting event, where players could not kill each other as Epic Games switched this feature off and instead wanted us to ultimately come together as a community to decide what we bring back that is no longer in the game. So it seems they've ultimately evolved these live events and the way they occur or happen ever since their origin in Season 4. So with that said, considering a giant monster is underneath Polar Peak and is indicated in the files to be an enemy, are we going to be seeing a giant community-based boss fight? This would definitely make sense considering we've seen structures that need to be dealt a certain amount of damage by the community as a whole, triggering processes of these live events, for example the runes, floating around the map toward the end of Season 8, ultimately needing to be placed at this vault in order to open the vault vault door. We know that Epic Games are familiar with boss fights, for example the Storm King in Save the World, where you can play with other players to ultimately defeat this creature. So what if they implemented this feature or this trait upon testing these damage dealt structures for the whole community at once in Fortnite Battle Royale Season 9. This is definitely a large possibility that players should prepare themselves for, because as stated before, this giant creature, whatever it is, based off the size of the eye, is indicated in the files to be an enemy. From doing some research and ultimately finding some creative islands that have a ice dragon of what this creature is rumored to be based off the eye, I found this creative island. As you can see in the thumbnail, this creature is basically the size and stature of what, based off the size of the eye at Polar Peak, this monster will be in its full form. I understand that this is a very short showcase within the video, this video as a whole anyways, of this ice dragon, so if you guys would like to check this creative island out and research things in this monster or the size of it yourself, ultimately correlating it to the Season 9 live event, I will leave the code for this creative island in the video description down below near the very top. Another interesting theory of what this monster or creature or dragon will look like was pointed out by Cameron Weatherly over on Twitter. It states the following: the tweet itself, does the demiskin have something to do with the monster/dragon in Polar Peak, and added Allier, and obviously hashtagged it with a bunch of Fortnite related tags. This is definitely also a large possibility to consider, considering the fact that Epic Games usually like to implement Battle Pass skins into the Fortnite storyline to see how it progresses or why it progresses. For example, the Ice King Tier 100 Season 7 Battle Pass skin was used literally in the map for the Season 7 live Ice Storm event. Based off that context, if you guys look at the description of the Demi skin, it states the following: armed with power of the dragon, part of the Scarlet Dragon set, and on her arm you can clearly see a dragon tattoo, ultimately resembling the style and shape of the eye we can see trapped below Polar Peak now in the ice, which is definitely a very interesting correlation. With all those secrets, implications and subtleties mentioned, I want to know your guys' opinions and theories in the comment section down below in regards to the development and reveal of this monster during this Season 9 live event. The final thing we're going to be touching upon in today's video is basically addressing the situation that Fortnite is facing now. The question anyways, are we going to be seeing a Godzilla collaboration, King of Monsters, for the release of this film anyways in Fortnite? The answer to that question anyways is, well, there's still a large room or possibility for this to happen, considering the Downtown Drop event or LTM ends very soon and this film is only just released, and it would be a great promotional asset for the film and ultimately driving more people to play Fortnite to earn some free and cool Godzilla themed rewards. In terms of linking it to this event, however, many people speculating the monster is Godzilla, and even me myself ultimately coming to that conclusion at some point, this will not be the case. The reason for this being is because, well, Fortnite, despite doing all these collaborations as of recently, they keep their storyline and ultimately how seasons progress throughout each other into another in the future, separate from all these kind of promotions. For something to be involved this large within the game anyways, as a promotion destroying Polar Peak, a named location which is directly affecting the flow and, you know, a location on the map, I don't think this would be the case unless it was just linked to the storyline. Many players are speculating, well, they could interlink Godzilla to the Fortnite storyline. However, I believe, considering we don't usually see external factors affecting the development of Fortnite storyline, that they're not going to start this season. If they did, players could be in uproar over the fact that Fortnite are being persuaded to do whatever with their game if somebody throws them a big bunch of cash. Upon this realization, with many good games releasing this year, this could, maybe not would, but could result in the decline of Fortnite's popularity and player base. Despite Fortnite being unstoppable in the gaming scene, it couldn't be defeated by Apex Legends despite it copying its very addictive formula. Like anything, what goes up must come down, and the attention overall of Fortnite right now is not at its peak, and for that reason is very, very slowly declining, to the point right now where Minecraft is upcoming and more so searched on YouTube than the search term Fortnite. Either way, I want to know your guys' opinions on this situation at hand here with this Season 9 live event in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed today's video or want to keep referring back to it at any point to soak in any extra additional information that you guys perhaps didn't pick up upon watching in your first time, then make sure you're leaving a like on the video down below, as storing a video in the liked playlist makes it very easy to access and refer back to. Also, make sure you're subscribing to the channel down down below if you want to stay up to date with everything going on in the world of Fortnite, not just this Season 9 live event, however we're going to be covering it very thoroughly. Hopefully I can see you guys sticking around on the channel in my future videos when I recognise you staying active in the comment section. Have an amazing rest of your day or night wherever you are whenever you're watching. Have a good one, take it easy, and as always, peace.